Hello Hoopers, welcome back. I have a long combination sequence for you all today. And if you've been taking my classes, in-person classes, or following along these videos for a little bit, and you're ready to bust into a smaller hoop size to do, some faster, more exciting, more intermediate combos, don't worry, those videos will be coming. But today I am asking that we use our larger dance hoops to create this combo. This is just going to be an amalgamation of pretty much all of the basic on-body tricks that we've learned. There's no on-body hooping in this combo, so this is all off-body, technical, a little bit of flow, and I'm hoping it'll help you unlock some different ways that tricks can flow into one another. So I'm going to completely demo the combo for you. I'm also going to do it in slow motion, so you can see what it looks like slowed down, and then I will go through trick by trick and break it down for you all. So to begin, this is the combo. Not my best ending. We're gonna try to smooth that out. I'm also in a gravel driveway, so that little last spin walk away move, hopefully you have a better space to work with and can make it look a little sassier. But here is the slow-mo. Alright friends, so let's break that down. And all of these moves that I'm going to be covering, I have separate tutorials for, each of which I will have linked in the description below. We're going to be starting with the hoop in our dominant hand with a behind the back pass. So for me, I'm right hand dominant. That means I'm going to be passing my hoop to the left. But remember, everyone's a little bit different with which side they feel most comfortable on. For the intent of just getting through the initial video, I'm going to probably just dictate from my right side, but towards the end we'll try it on our non-dominant side. So right hand, behind the back pass to the left. So you can take a few rounds with this. When you feel ready, we're going to use our dominant hand to bring the hoop up to a lasso, overhead lasso. I like to put my other hand on my hip just for effect. When the hoop hits my palm, I'm going to grab the hoop and cross it in front of my body to step in for a half wedgie. So the hoop goes over my head, over my non-dominant leg, and I'm going to squeeze the hoop between my inner thighs to release to the side, hinging the hoop behind my back to a backpack. That means both of my arms are in, the hoop is resting behind me on my shoulders. From here, you're going to turn the body, maybe once, maybe twice, and come back to center. Let's stop here and break that down one more time. Hoop is in your dominant hand. Let's take a behind the back pass, hand to hand. Remember, when we pass the hoop, we're trying to keep it as floor plane or as horizontal as possible, just for effect. And when I pass the hoop, it comes in front, my thumbs are together. It comes to the back, my pinkies are together. My palms stay facing down, and my hands are mirrored the whole time. So passing behind the back. Next, up to overhead lasso. Dominant hand grabs the hoop. I swing the hoop across my body. I link in my thumb, let the hoop take a full rotation, and slide my fingers in. So the hoop is circling around the palm of my hand. Hand to hip, maybe just a little flare, a little sass, whatever feels good. Remember, each of these moves, you can jam out and find a little flow between, or you can just move to move, make it really technical. So when the hoop hits my palm, I'm going to grab. The majority of the hoop is behind me, So I'm going to let the hoop hinge forward in front of my body. I have a loose grip, it comes all the way forward, wall plane facing my face. So I'm going to be stepping my non-dominant leg in and lifting the hoop around my non-dominant arm in the back of my head. And this is so I can tuck the hoop in my inner thighs. As I step this leg down, my opposite leg is going to bend its knee and push the hoop across my body to the non-dominant side. So when I let go of my hand, I step, cross, push over, hoop is in my non-dominant hand. From here, I'm going to hinge the hoop behind me and bring in both arms. Back pack. For this combo, we'll take a full turn here. Now, my non-dominant arm is going to release, and I'm going to use the elbow of my dominant arm to hook the hoop forward in front of my body, and then I'll slide my non-dominant arm back in. So again, my arms are mirroring each other. The hoop is resting here at my elbows, and you can kind of get a little swing going on. Bring your hands together at the top of the hoop and start to use your elbows to bounce the hoop up and down. Getting used to this motion. When this feels comfortable, we're going to bring the hoop all the way up and behind the back. So from the side, bouncing up and back. From the back, bouncing up and behind. We are setting ourselves up here for what I call a ghosting sunrise isolation. So my dominant hand is going to be driving the hoop. My non-dominant hand is going to ghost the hoop. Keeping the hoop as wall plane as possible, I'm going to use my dominant hand to drive up. My non-dominant hand is ghosting here at my sunrise at the top. So again, from behind the back, the hoop comes up, ghosting at the top. Once the hoop clears my head, I'm going to keep my hands wide, and my non-dominant hand is going to be the one driving the hoop. For this move, you're going to have to tuck your hand to the inside. So right here is my outside grip. I'm going to be putting my non-dominant hand in the hoop and then turning my palm awkwardly around. As I do this, that hand will drive the hoop up and over, and my dominant hand will do the same thing. All it has to do is flip inside into an internal grip. The dominant hand starts here, and as this hand drives the hoop over, this hand will flip in. I'm going to try to keep my hands as far apart as possible, letting my top arm cross my body, and then I'll start to ghost my bottom hand in here to 6 o'clock. From here, I'm going to let my bottom hand switch around so my hands are mirrors, and I'll take a two-handed isolation. So I switch to my non-dominant side. That's the side I'm continuing to move in here. We'll take 2 isolations. After the second one, non-dominant hand grips the hoop. We take a quarter turn of our body to bring our hand down to 6 o'clock here at our outer waist for an iso pop. Our hand moves the hoop forward. Remember, we stay on this invisible table. We push forward the space of the hoop away from our bodies. I'm going to let go of the hoop, keeping my arm extended, and the hoop will come back into my hand, and I'll bring my hand back in line with my waist. So one more time with the iso pop, we push, release, re-grip, pull in, turn back to front, bring your other hand in, 6 o'clock, moving in that same direction as the hoop. We're taking a two-handed barrel roll. All the way around back to center. When we get to center, or just about to center, our dominant hand will take over. Our non-dominant hand will release. Now notice my arm. My elbow is awkward to the side. I have an inside grip with my palm facing away and my thumb pointing down. And I want my arm all wound up like this so that I can create that floor spin where I take the sassy walk away. So my arm is awkward, thumb out, palm facing away. I'm going to bring the hoop down to the ground, move my thumb to grip the hoop, and I'm spinning it away from my body. And then you can turn around and walk away. So I know that was a lot. let's take it again from the top, starting on our dominant side. And remember, we're going to switch. So, behind the back pass, take a couple rounds up to your lasso. When you're ready, grip the hoop, hinge it in front for a step through, half wedgie release to the non-dominant hand, hinge behind the back to your backpack. Take a full turn. In the front, dominant arm draws the hoop in front, and our non-dominant hand comes in to meet. We're going to use our elbows to bounce the hoop up and behind the head for our ghosting sunrise isolation. Dominant hand will lead, non-dominant hand will ghost. The hoop has cleared the head. Non-dominant hand flips the grip. Bottom hand flips the grip. We drive in for our ghosting cross-armed isolation. We open up both hands and take a two-handed isolation. That was one. At the bottom of the second round, we take a quarter turn, release our dominant hand, iso pop. Push forward, let go, re-grip. Bring your other hand in for our barrel roll. As we almost get back to center, we want our elbow to be awkward, our arm to be wound up. We release our non-dominant hand, bring the hoop to the floor, give it a spin, walk away, and that is our combo. So if you need to take a moment to rewind this video, make sure that really sets in for you. We're going to try it again on the non-dominant side. So when you're ready, hoop is in our non-dominant hand. For me, that's my left, and I'm passing the hoop to the right. So a few times behind the back pass, take it up to your lasso. When you're ready, grip the hoop, hinge it in front, step through, half wedgie release to your other hand, hinge behind the back, backpack, turn to the right, back in front, release your dominant hand, bring the hoop forward, both hands meet at midnight. Using the elbows, bounce the hoop up and behind. Now my left hand will drive for my ghosting sunrise isolation, my right hand will ghost. I'm going to clear my head. At the top, now my right hand is going to take that re-grip so it can drive the hoop. My bottom hand flips in, cross-armed ghosting isolation. At the bottom, my left hand will release in line with my right, and I continue to isolate the hoop. Round one. The bottom of round two, I take a quarter turn, setting up for the iso pop in my right hand. Push, release, re-grip, pull in, left hand in, continue the momentum with your barrel roll, almost finishing. The right hand releases when the left arm is twisted, hoop to the ground, spin, and walk away. Please, if you ever have any questions or any difficulties getting through some of these longer combos, don't be afraid to reach out to me. I will take the time to respond. And just for good measure, I'm going to do that one more time without talking. So maybe you're ready to follow along with me. I'm going to start in my dominant side. I'm going to also add in a little bit of flair in my body so you can see that we don't have to stay so rigid. I know that when we're first learning these moves and trying to connect them, we can be a little tight in the body. But with time and experience, we can start to loosen up and you'll know what it feels like to reach the flow state that is hoop dance. So starting from the top. All right, my friends, I hope that was helpful. I hope it was fun. Stick around for next time. I will see you in the next video.